Good evening. It's Friday, 9th June 2023. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this evening, Rivers State House of Assembly confirms commissioner nominees. Rivers State Commissioner of Police Nwonyi Emeka redeploys DPOs. President Tinubu asked to make use of traditional rulers to tackle insecurity. NUC presents licenses to 37 new universities. NLC TUC appeal order stopping strike. On the foreign scene, UN peacekeeper killed in Mali ambush. I am Constance Mega. The Rivers State House of Assembly has screened and confirmed another set of 5 commissioner nominees. Their screening followed a letter from Governor Siminalayi Fubara requesting the lawmakers to screen them to be part of his cabinet. But the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Martin Samehule, who read the letter, said the commissioner designates served honorably in the former administration.
Those in favor that we should conclude debates and at the same time go ahead to confirm the nominees' appointment into the State Executive Council of the States, 26 in number, against nil, abstention nil. By this voting, all 5 nominees are hereby confirmed by the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly and also confirmed.
But Mr. Mewule charged the commissioner nominees to prioritize the interest of the state while discharging their duties.
The 10th Assembly of Rivers State is so confident of what people can do in the State Executive Council. Let me, on behalf of honorable members, congratulate all of you for your appointment, and we hope that members will, after the debate, confirm this appointment. It's also our hope that you put in your best in service of the state, helping His Excellency the Governor in his day-to-day activities, so that at the end of the day, Rivers people are so proud and will be the greatest beneficiary. Congratulations.
Now, one of the commissioner nominees and former chief of staff under the Wike administration, Emeka Woke, spoke to newsmen on behalf of the others.
As chief of staff in the last 8 years, you listen to the testimony of the Rivers State House of Assembly that has the responsibility of oversight function, assess that we performed very, very well. To the best of my knowledge, whichever ministry I'm assigned to, I ensure that I deliver the best, ensure in consolidating the new Rivers vision. Yes, of course, governance itself is a process and is dynamic, so it evolves. Because there is a governor, it means that there is always something new. There will be another governor and there will be something new. It's a continuous process.
Well, correspondent Soibi Oruwari reports that others screened and confirmed by the House include former State Commissioner for Social Welfare and Rehabilitation, Inime Aguma, Wafo Uchechukwu, Kenneth Chisom, and Professor Henry Ogiri. Away from that, the Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Nwonyi Emeka, has redeployed the divisional police officers in charge of our other East and West local government areas. Well, this was confirmed by the spokesperson of the command, Grace Iringe Koko. Our correspondents gathered that the divisional police officer of Bori, SP Bako Angbashim, will now be in charge of our other East Division. Another police officer was deployed to the Akinima Police Division in our other West local government area. Well, the redeployment is part of moves by the Commissioner of Police to curb crime and criminality in the 2 local government areas, where recently there's been an increase in criminal activities in our other West and East local government areas. In the meantime, the manager of an NNPC filling station along the East-West Road at Ihuike community in our other East local government area, Elder Edwin, says armed men early this morning broke into the station and stole some properties. Mr. Edwin told our correspondents that the armed men tied up the security guards and cut through the protector of the building to gain access into it.
What happened about 6 this morning? I was called by one of the workers that wanted to resume work this morning. They said the people that came numbering about 20, they couldn't calculate what they were, many. They were with guns. They were tied in the toilet. They didn't know what happened again. The whole dispensing pumps all were carried away, and the generator has just got not up to a month now. Then they caught one of the window protectors, went inside and then ransacked the whole pump.
Well, Mr. Edwin called on the public with information to report to the nearest police station. He also said the incident has been reported to the police, but the police are yet to speak on this. And moving on, some stakeholders in the Niger Delta region have called on the management of NDDC to focus more on channeling its developmental projects to rural communities in the region. Well, they gave this advice while speaking on the development efforts of the commission since it was set up 23 years ago. An elder statesman, Anabs Sarah Igbe, tells correspondent Subi Oruwari that the NDDC board has been citing projects in the region without the input of the people.
The idea was that NDDC will have a plan on how the Niger Delta should develop. But that master plan was not allowed to function. And the master plan was a function for 15 years. For instance, in River State, most of the oil comes from the riverine area. But if you look at the compendium NDDC compiled, there are no projects in the riverine area at all. From Kola to Bile to Boni to every NDDC project. Areas where oil are not produced. They are not actually developing the depot. No single completed NDDC project.
Well, Mr. Sarah Igbe called on politicians, including the federal government, to allow the board to operate without interference.
And the board now should be allowed to run 4 years full without interruption. We had the forensic audit. We have not seen the light of the day where it came and deceived us. I brought technical committee that even stole more than the other preceding administration. NDDC as a steel bat has been suffering. So we need NDDC now, the present board, to prove to Nigerians that they have capacity of the Niger Deltas. And we can also interface with all the actors in the region to make sure there is peace.
Now, on his part, President of Niger Delta Activists Forum, Success Jack, says it is worrisome that the NDDC is yet to carry out a needs assessment of the people before citing projects in some of the areas.
Owing to the fact that quality of projects have been seriously compromised. There's no NDDC project hard to find, except maybe for bridges, but hard to find. They are more into road infrastructures, shore protection, but owing to the fact that most of the technical aspects have not been well taken care of over the years. You see NDDC will sit in the office and design a road for a place where they've not even been to. The lives of our people have not been meaningfully impacted.
Mr. Jack also called for the proper implementation of the recommendations of the forensic audit of the commission before the president appoints a minister to head the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs.
Supervision have always been a cover for looting. What are you supervising now? There have been supervision from day one of NDDC. NDDC, as I speak to you, is one of the most policed agency of government in Nigeria as we speak. You have ICPC, you have EFCC, you have all their procurement processes, all their verification processes, all the monitoring agencies are involved. But still, we still have the need for the forensic audit is an indictment on the supervision processes. That's what we are saying. And now you have all those agencies and we still have all those looting.
In other news now, traditional rulers from the 6 geopolitical zones have urged President Bola Tinubu to explore their closeness to the populace in addressing insecurity. The Oni of Ife, Oba Ogunwusi Adeyeye, made the request during a courtesy visit by the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria to the president today in Abuja. Well, the Oni said most of the socio-economic problems facing the nation would be tackled if they are given priority.
We will continue to work with you. It's about time for us to use us the more. We are not saying we are idle, but we are more committed to this government. We want to work with you in the area of security and to get too close to our people and try as much as possible to make sure that things are organized in a communal ways. We want to pledge our loyalty. We want to pledge our commitment. We want to pledge everything that has to do with effort for us to have a better country in the area of security. And be rest assured that we will be contacting you from time to time.
Well, elsewhere, former governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom, has lashed back at his successor, Hyacinth Alia, asking him to focus on governing Benue State rather than setting out to witch hunt people. Mr. Otom, in a statement by his spokesman, Terva Akasi, said Governor Alia has been leveling all manner of blames and accusations against him. But the former governor said he also inherited assets and liabilities, but did not allow that to stop his government. He said he is available and willing to respond to Governor Alia anytime he needs clarification on issues regarding his administration. Still ahead, organized labor appeal order stopping strike. Stay tuned.
Stay on track with Nigeria Info.
Thanks for staying with us. The National University Commission, NUC, has presented licenses to 37 new private universities, bringing the number of private universities in the country to 147. Now, with these additions, the university regulator placed the number of universities in Nigeria, both private and public, at 267. The Executive Secretary of the Commission, Abubakar Rashid, at the presentation said investment in tertiary education is necessary for human capital development in the country. Boeing Luxury Estates Limited and the Boeing Group are congratulating the Group Managing Director, Ori Martins, after he received an award of honor and recognition on 7th June during the 5th Journalism Educators Foundation JEF conference, where the event was held in collaboration with the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies, University of Port Harcourt. Now, the Journalism Educators Foundation presented him with the award in recognition of his selfless service and contribution to sheltering humanity. Boeing Luxury Estates Limited and the Boeing Group, in a statement, described the award as well-deserved. Well, the statement said Mr. Martins, who was the chairman of the JEF conference, is a visionary leader with 10 years of experience in real estate development. It said Mr. Martins has succeeded in providing housing and investment solutions to many people with estates in various cities around the country. It also said Mr. Martins, a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants of Nigeria and a member of the Japanese Property Management Association, is the initiator of the award-winning program Real Estate on Radio with Ori Martins, a program where he educates listeners on everything they need to know about real estate investment. In business, the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, have asked the National Industrial Court in Abuja to vacate its interim order that stopped them from going on strike to protest the removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government. Well, both the NLC and the TUC, in a motion filed through their lawyer, Femi Falano, argued that the court lacked the jurisdiction to hear and determine the case as it was filed in violation of Section 17, subsection 2 of the Trade Disputes Act, which authorizes the Minister of Labour and Employment to refer a trade dispute directly to the National Industrial Court. In entertainment, award-winning Nigerian Afropop star Simi is back with a new single titled Stranger. And in sports, Super Eagles coach Jose Santos Peseiro has invited notable players for next weekend's 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match against the Leon Stars of Sierra Leone in Monrovia, Liberia. The players are Napoli's Victor Osimhen, Captain Ahmed Musa, defender William Ekong, midfielders Alex Iwobi and Wilfred Ndidi.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
At least one UN peacekeeper has been killed in an attack in northern Mali. 4 others were seriously injured. The UN says their patrol was hit by an explosion followed by direct fire. Now, the assault was in the town of Ber in the Timbuktu region that has seen jihadist violence for more than a decade and thousands of deaths. And that's the news. But before we go, another look at the highlights of the major stories. On the news this evening, you heard that the Rivers State House of Assembly has screened and confirmed 5 commissioner nominees. Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Nwunyi Emeka, has redeployed the DPOs of our other East and West local government areas. President Tinubu has been asked to make use of traditional rulers to tackle insecurity. The National University Commission has presented licenses to 37 new universities. The NLC and TUC have appealed the order, stopping them from going on strike. And on the foreign scene, a UN peacekeeper has been killed in an ambush in Mali. The news was edited by Martha Okerenkem. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this evening. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. My name is Constance Mega. Thank you for listening.